Hey Brian, this is Becky with Gray Owl Marketing. I know you guys are busy, so I'll keep this brief, but I did just want to show you 3 tips you can use today to help bring in more customers to your business. Because oftentimes I know that in the world of the internet, most business owners are just too busy running their business to keep up with how the internet can really work for your business and benefit your company. So you can see here I am on your company website page. I love the visuals and pictures and the about us. I love that you have the quick, here's how you get a hold of us right when they first arrive. And I love when you go down here, you can see a lot of imagery and some customer testimonies and some connecting with you information. That's nice to have. But the first thing that I will tell you if you really want to optimize your presence with Google is you need to have at least 1,500 words on your home page. And it looks like you guys probably only have a couple hundred words here. Content is king. This is a key factor in Google's formula when they decide which sites to rank higher than others. And the Google likes to see not only that high quantity of more than 1,500 words, but it also wants to see high quality words because you want your business to show up on page one when your customers are searching for you on Google. So make sure you have those 1,500 words, but you also want to optimize what words you're including in your content throughout your entire site. So I put your website into a tool I use called here Ahrefs. There's some free tools if you do a Google search, but I put your website in, and this is basically a dashboard of what your online presence looks like. And you can see you guys are getting some traffic to your website, which is cool. And you're also ranking for some keywords here quite a bit. So when I look in here at this, Wilson Brother Landscaping, you definitely want to be in the position #1 for that. It's already getting its own amount of search volume, which is cool. Again, you're getting a lot of your own brand searched. Wilson Landscape, you're ranking #8 for here. Sod Atlanta is a buyer intent keyword that gets 500 searches a month, and you're ranking at the bottom of page 1 for that. Back deck is not necessarily a buyer intent keyword, but sod and turf Atlanta is a buyer intent keyword. That's getting 100 searches a month, and you're ranked #3 there, so not doing too bad, and so on and so forth. So the keywords that are happening are really important because you want to make sure that you are ranking for buyer intent keywords like this Atlanta sod company here. 600 searches, you're ranking on probably the middle of page 2 here, so you can optimize this. You want to make sure, again, you're optimizing so that your customers can find you for those buyer intent keywords. And again, the strategy I would use is think about 1 or 2 keywords, add quite a bit more content to your page using those buyer intent keywords, and optimize that throughout your entire website. Another thing you can think about doing is having multiple service pages so that you can rank in different areas and also for different services so you can outrank your competitors and be #1 in multiple areas. So for example, I put in this buyer intent keyword called landscaping Atlanta. This gets 600 searches a month, which is over 7,000 people that you're missing out on every year because you're not ranking in these top spots for that. So when you put in landscaping Atlanta, a searcher might do a lot of different things. Every searcher, is different. The first thing, of course, you see is all of these ads. So you have multiple ads going on here. Ads are a great strategy to use. You just got to be careful and make sure you're doing it right so that you don't just waste your money. But some people will click on the first thing they see, and that's what ads are good for. Other people we'll skip right over these ads and go to this section here, what we call the map pack. And these are the top 3 of your competitors this is you, but top 2 competitors in this map pack that Google feels confident about ranking. So you're #3 for sure, #1 and 2, a lot of people will click here. Then the third area you want to think about is the organic traffic. So you could have 3 opportunities to optimize your online presence because some people will even skip over that and go down here. And you can see even though while you're ranking #3 in this map pack, we don't see you ranking on the first page right here as well. So 40% of all traffic happens right here. happens in this section, and your top 2 competitors are right here. So wanted to just go ahead and show you that so you're not doing too bad. But you might want to ask yourself, how do people get here? How can I get from number 3 to number 1? And I'll tell you, there's another element that you want to think about, which is your site's reputation. And you want to think about looking at your Google business profile. So I see there's some opportunity to optimize your Google business profile. This is an important thing as well, that you need to grow and build your Google business profile to support your business's reputation. But there's a number of different ways you can do that. Of course, always is your Google reviews. You have a 4.8 star, which is fabulous. I can see you're doing some great work over there at Wilson Brothers, but you want to try to get this number up. The more 5-star reviews you have, the better positive image you have, which is important. The next thing is what we call the NAP, which is your name, address, and phone number. You want to have that across multiple platforms on the web, like your website, Facebook, Yelp, Yellow Pages, Whitebook, City Star, and so on, multiple places where you can add your name, address, and phone number to directories. But the important thing to think about here is being very consistent. Consistency is king. So you want to make sure, again, like here where it says Wilson Bros, you want to make sure that your name, address, and phone number is the same across all platforms, because that's important to Google. Consistency is king in that respect. So a lot of times I'll see companies putting things and there's little variations on like their hours or their address from site to site, and this does not give Google confidence to put a business in that top 3 spot. So you want to look and make sure you're optimizing not only the number of places that you have your name, address, and phone number, but also the consistency and making sure it matches exactly. The next thing that I'll say about your Google business profile is pictures. So again, on your website as well as your profile, you have a lot of gorgeous pictures representing what you do. But if I click on these images, you can see that you have an opportunity again to optimize those keywords. Instead of saving it as a regular thing like UV, you want to make sure you're saving it as buyer intent keywords. And for you, because you do business all over the place, you definitely want to also think about using geotags. So you do business in lots of different locations. You want to geotag it into those locations because Google likes to see what type of work you're doing by using those keywords, and also where you're doing that work by using those geotags, so that your customers and when people are doing searches for similar things, your business is going to show up. So like I said, the last thing that's important to think about when ranking here and trying to get from spot number 3 to maybe spot number 1, because most people try to pick just that first business right up here, is your site's online reputation, or what we call your site's authority. And again, if I go back here and looking at your Wilson Brothers homepage here, your site authority is represented by this information right here. This is a numerical value of your site's strength. And in order to pop up to that number 1, you need to look at your competitors and outrank them in that respect. So you have 341 referring domains pushing about 3,000 backlinks to your page. So that's giving you this 29, which is good. We like to see it above 20. We like to see it in the 30s, if not 40s. And you got to keep in mind that not all referring domains are the same. They need to be very relevant to what you do, and that's what gives you strength. So even though you have 341 referring domains, only 288 of them are pushing this strength number here. So you got some 290 traffic here. Again, when I go here, this is the number 1 company that you would try to beat, and I pulled up their website here. Again, not a bad website, but a lot of opportunity to blow them out of the water. They have no content on their website as well, so you could update your content and just really beat them out. So this is again, this is again them compared to you. So I'll just quick put it on a side by side because I screwed that up a little bit by pulling that out, but that's all right. So you can see side by side here, you have a ranking of 29. They only have a ranking of 26 from a site strength standpoint. And you're probably asking yourself, well, why is that? How am I not outranking them? They have 13 of these sites, of their 49 sites, shooting power over here. So their content on their page is a little bit better, and you can see that their traffic is going here. So you want to look at things like that when you're thinking about how you outrank your competitors and take that #1 spot. You have a lot going on for yourself, and the cool thing about this is you can definitely kind of click here. I'm using yours as an example because I accidentally ripped their ripped those off the search bar, but the cool thing is you can go to their same spot and see what referring domains they have and kind of copy the ones that they have, blow them out of the water, add even more because you have a ton. So there's a great opportunity for you to quickly go from spot #3 to spot #1 if you get your reviews up there and just do some tweaks to your website here. So again, I will just do a quick summary of what we talked about. Content is king. You want to make sure you're optimizing not only quantity but quality of words on your websites. You want to think about your profile and optimizing your reviews and the number of locations that you have your footprint across the web and being consistent about it. And then thinking about your online reputation or your site authority here and optimizing this. If you implement these strategies today, you can be #1 across Google. You can either go through this information and do the things that I'm sharing with you on your own. That's totally fine. That will work. But if you want to be more effective and save yourself some time so you can focus on your business, you can call me and set up a time to chat. Once again, my name is Becky Liana with Gray Owl Marketing, and my contact information is in the email. I hope you found this information valuable, and you have a great one.